Doesn't take much to move Bitcoin from 60,000 to 150 or 200,000. When we get to 2025 to 2028, those are kind of the years of early adoption. Bitcoin's the only crypto asset. It's the best. There is no second best. We're not. I think you get a parade of endorsements. You're going to start getting 13F filings here in May. And you're going to see, a parade of famous investors and famous funds that started biting off a bit of Bitcoin, and that's going to change things. I think you're going to see more and more securities issuances, more ETFs. Then you're going to see more derivatives. You're going to see more public companies. I think you're going to see more Bitcoin miners. They're going to be announcing that they're not just mining Bitcoin, they're buying Bitcoin. I think you're going to see more good news coming from the clients of Square, right? And small, mid-sized businesses. You're going to see more of them. I think you're going to see more of the exchanges announcing that they're taking some systemic view. I think it'll be just bit by bit, every quarter, one more normalizing, program that builds Bitcoin into the capital structure of a private, a public company, a fund. You're going to see, I think over the next 4 quarters, you'll see announcements from the big banks that they've approved Bitcoin ETFs for unsolicited sale. And it'll be one a quarter, and then the next one, then the next one, then the next one. And then you'll see announcements that it's marginable. And then you'll see, like you saw last week, a dozen funds at Morgan Stanley approved Bitcoin to be incorporated in the fund. And then a bunch at, 2 at BlackRock. And I think you'll just start to see more and more of these things. And that will drive the news cycle. And then I think you'll see some of these small, mid-size, these zombie companies. We've had CEOs of some of these companies reach out to us. I've had them reach out to me. And it's like when you're stuck and mired and your options are worthless and you're worried about losing your employees and you want to put some life back into the company, you need to do a deal. I mean, at that point, it's very simple. You're either going to sell yourself, and the deal you're going to do is sell out to a bigger entity that can get value out of your product, or you got to buy something or buy somebody, or it's either a merger of equals, or you're going to buy a small high-growth thing, or you're going to sell out. And up until 2024, I don't think Bitcoin was an institutional option. The banks were afraid of it. Public companies were afraid of it. They didn't know which side the SEC would come down on it. I think by the end of 2024, I think the institutional world, the public company world will say, well, Bitcoin's not going away. Bitcoin's the only crypto asset. It's the best. There is no second best. We're not going to get shot to have it on our balance sheet. And at that point, people switch from fear, or fear of doing something to fear of not doing something, or maybe from fear to greed index, and they click it up a bit by bit. 2025 to 2028, those are kind of the years of early adoption. But good for us. It doesn't take much at this stage. It takes 2, 3, 5, 10 companies to act, and you kick off a roaring bull run. It doesn't take much to move Bitcoin from 60,000 to 150 or 200,000. When we get to 200,000, we're going to need, 10x more capital to move it to the next level. But they'll be on stage with us then.